Who are more deracinated in values and culture, Indians or Chinese? In which communities, which developed country communities are not deracinated in culture and values apart from Jews? Mm, Deracination. Now, once again, I ask myself, is this geopolitics? Of course, deracination and all that, it does influence geopolitics because a nation with more self-respect behaves in a different manner. So I will take this. Okay, who are more deracinated in values in culture, Indians or Chinese? I think the Chinese, their culture was devastated by the Chinese Communist Party in the 20th century. The Buddhist culture, the indigenous culture, all the temples were destroyed. The Shaolin temple was destroyed. Its library was burned by Chinese idiots, by Chinese Communist Party workers. Right, but now they have rebuilt everything and they've made it more glorious than before. So now they've discovered the value of their culture. So the Chinese are today, I would say that rather proud of their culture. The most Chinese you will find, especially young people, are atheists. They say, "Oh, my grandmother believes in Buddha and all, but I have no understanding of it." That's what they'll tell you. If you meet a Chinese person, a young Chinese person in their 20s and 30s, my grandmother, if a Chinese person comes to India, for example, and they go to some tourist place and they'll see a statue of some Hindu gods or maybe Buddha, they may not understand the Hindu gods, but if they say Buddha, they'll say, "Oh, Buddha, Buddha, yes, yes, Buddha. My grandmother worships." But it is very strange. I have no understanding. Completely deracinated. Indeed, but uh, they still kind of value their culture and they are proud of their country. So Indians, I think Indians and Chinese are equally deracinated, but the Chinese don't have an inferiority complex. They have kind of a superiority complex. The Indians are slightly less deracinated, perhaps. I would say the current generation, Gen Z, is super deracinated. Uh, and the problem with India is the inferiority complex. Even if you are, let's say, deracinated, but if you don't have an inferiority complex, and if you're proud of your country, then you're gonna end up being a more powerful force overall. So I would say that the biggest problem with India is, the problem in India is twofold. First of all, deracination, which is systematically done at so many different levels, and secondly, the inferiority complex. Indians have this massive inferiority complex. Even the youngsters, they have it. The moment they see a white skinned person, is like, "Oh, sar, you are better than us. You're superior." Automatically, the thing kicks in for some reason. Uh, so overall, the Chinese don't have it at all. Even the Afghans don't have it, but Indians have it for whatever reason. Um, which developed communities are not deracinated in culture and values apart from Jews? Well, I don't know. You're gonna ask me to go around the world. You can discuss every. Um, is the US deracinated? They don't have any roots. The US, their roots are piracy. See, the Americans, their values are Anglo-Saxon values. The people who colonized the Americas, the English speaking peoples, there were multiple waves of colonization: the Spanish, the French, the Anglos, the English, but the English succeeded, right? So the Anglos who colonized the Americas were mainly pirates. The UK used to engage in piracy slightly, not officially but unofficially. So you had Jamestown, which was a disaster, and then you had Plymouth, which was pilgrims and so on. um, So are they true to those roots, the piracy roots? They kind of are. Australians are also not deracinated. They're also very true to their Anglo and piracy roots. And yeah, you can go around the whole world and discuss each country in detail that way.